Rhys Darby continues doing all the things. What is he up to now? Con O'Neill did another momentous event. What shenanigans transpired? And our Flag Means Fanfiction listeners can get discounts on the new Unicon. What guests are attending and what can attendees expect? These headlines and more on today's Gay Pirate News Hour from the Our Flag Means Fanfiction podcast. Woohoo! Woo-hoo! Today is June 7th, 2025. And on the episode this week, we have Belle C joining from Texas, where the weather is always mild and the insects are non-existent. Say hi, Belle.
Hello, all.
And Andrea is here from Long Beach, which is full of pirates and nearly identical to New Zealand in every way. Say hi, Andrea.
Hello.
Charlie also is joining us from Nottingham, where there is no con dressed as the sheriff, and the weather is typically British, which is sad. No con dressed as the sheriff. I just imagined he'd just be walking around dressed as the sheriff of Nottingham every day, but my illusions have been destroyed. Say hi, Charlie.
Hi.
And we also have a special guest on the show, Amy, the organizer of the new Unicon, and she's just going to share all the reasons why you should attend, and we'll be offering ticket discount codes for everyone. And I'm Carly Heath, the only remaining sheep herder in Burbank. Let's get started. Amy, you're the organizer of Siren Events and the upcoming new Unicon, which will take place June 20th to 22nd at the Hilton, London Gatwick. Tickets are on sale now at siren-events.co.uk, and we'll be sharing discount codes, as I said. So, Amy, who are the guests who will be attending, and what is going on?
I know. So thank you. First of all, thank you for having me on. It's really nice to be doing something like this and not be the one in charge of organizing it. So thank you for that. So we've got a really, if I do so myself, a really good lineup. So we've got convention diehards, fan favorites, Con O'Neill and Nathan Fode.
Oh my gosh.
Which is, already a good pair straight out of the gate. And then because that wasn't enough for me, I decided to get some first timers. And so we've got Rubo Tian, our pirate queen, joining us, and the amazing David Farnay.
Oh my God.
Because that wasn't enough, I went to the other side of the screen, and we've got Gypsy Taylor, the season 2 costume design, joining us virtually. She was brilliant on Behind Our Flag. She had a great time, and she was delighted to be asked back at a time that's reasonable in Australia and works for us. And then last but not least, David Jenkins.
Oh my God. I cannot believe you got David Jenkins. The one and only David Jenkins.
To be honest, I couldn't believe that I got David Jenkins either time, actually, if I'm being perfectly honest. When I got him for Behind Our Flag, it was a real, like, you've got to try moment. It's like you don't ask, you don't get. It would be foolish not to try, but I had zero expectations that he would say yes. And so when he did, I was like, oh okay, I wasn't expecting that. This is great. And anyone who watched will know it went relatively well. There was a few hiccups technically to start with, but overall it went really well. He had a great time. Everyone watching had a great time. And afterwards, I was following up and I was like, well, it worked once. And again, zero expectations of it working because, he's got a tiny baby. And I was like, but you just got to ask. I've got to ask. I would kick myself if I didn't ask.
Did you email him? Is that?
Yeah. So I just emailed him and I was like, hey, so if you want to come to the June event in London, just say, and I will send an offer to your reps. And he was like, I mean, it depends when as to if I get away, but sure, send the details. And then that was it.
Oh my gosh, and we are all thanking you for it because okay, your last event that was virtual, we got so much good tea.
Yeah. I honestly wasn't expecting so many. I mean, like, I was expecting it to be great fun and to be really interesting. And how it actually came about was when I started organizing the new Unicon, I reached out to a lot of fans and I was looking at kind of all the people that were being requested as guests. And one of the themes that kept coming up was people wanted to hear from the crew, from people behind the scenes. And that's amazing. You know, they're all such talented people and they 100% deserve their time to talk about what they did and their work and their craft. But in terms of like being an organizer, logistically, it just doesn't work because they're in Australia, they're in Aotearoa, New Zealand, they're in LA, and you've got to pay for them to come.
Yes.
And it's really, I hate saying it, like financially, it just doesn't work. And I was like, but what could work is online.
Yeah.
Sorry, one of my cats is sneezing in the background.
No problem. That's in every single episode. It's cats meowing, it's dogs barking, it's chaos, it's leaf blowers. So we're used to it. Don't worry about it. But people are going to be able to interact live and in person with David Jenkins.
Yeah.
Nathan Foe. Sorry, I keep on saying David Jenkins but oh my God, that's the creator of the show that we love. And so many members of the cast. And what in-person events do you have planned?
So we've got all the usual convention activities, the panels, the photo ops, meet and greets, coffee breaks. I think those are probably the most.
And describe the coffee breaks. This
So
is really cool.
Yeah, it kind of, they vary from event to event as to what they're called, but this is where I start to show my age, but like I've been going to conventions like this for like nearly 20 years.
Oh wow.
And one of the first ones that the organizers that I went to, that they had these, and they had tea and coffee at them for everyone attending. And just the shift that it gives in the mood, and just having something, when you're nervous in your hands, having like a hot drink or something, just seems to take a certain edge off.
Yeah.
And I was like, why does no one else do that? So I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm in charge. If I want to do it, I can do it. And so it's a maximum of 20 people plus the guest for half an hour. So this is kind of like the most intense way that you're going to get to speak to them and ask questions. And you're going to be able to have a cup of tea. And if you're with Con, you're going to probably also be able to have cake because the man is a menace. But please, I have to say this for legal reasons. Please do not bring cake. I cannot stress this enough. There will be cake. Do not bring cake, please.
Oh, wow. So everyone's just going to be able to sit around a table, ask questions to David Jenkins or Con O'Neill or Nathan Fote or David Fane, and just like have a sit down chat like you'd be having a dinner party. Are they going to be like round tables, big round tables?
It's just going to be in the round.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So it's going to be there. When I used to do conventions, they were always the thing that I like doing the most. So I'm hoping that everyone who comes will also kind of enjoy them to the same level. But they're very similar to, what other conventions maybe call fan meets, what they might call meet and greets. Everyone has their own name for it. But coffee breaks seem like a good one, given that coffee will actually be available.
Yeah. And Charlie, you're going to be going in person. Can you tell us what you're most excited about?
Belle's going too.
Oh, Belle's going. Oh my gosh,
we're both going. Yeah, we're staying in the same hotel, in the same room.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I don't know why I completely blanked that Belle is going too. But Belle and Charlie, what are you guys most excited about?
I'll let Belle go first.
I am very excited to meet David, Fane, and Rubio. I would like they will help round out my series of cast dipping me photos that I have. But of course, Con and Nathan, that's going to be my cosplay for the weekend. So we've got quite a few outfits planned, and those two are just amazing, and I can't wait for their hugs.
Aw,
They're my babies.
so nice. And Charlie.
I'm excited for like the community and seeing people that I haven't seen in a while, and then like Belle, I'm excited to meet David and all the guests that I haven't met, but also I can't wait until I see Con because he's my number one and I love him, so I can't wait to see him again.
Oh, wow. And so you all are probably eager to get the discount codes that Amy has so why can't I talk today? Generously made available to our listeners. So our Flag Means Fanfiction listeners can get a discount on tickets to the new Unicon. For the virtual event, you can use the code OFMF, all capital letters, it's case sensitive, to get 15% off. If you want to pre-order autographs, you can use the code OFMFF2, which is also all capital letters and case sensitive. And those are good until the day of the events on June 20th and 22nd. And Amy, I can just imagine how challenging it is to organize an event like this. What made you want to do this?
I want to be glib and say temporary insanity, but that's not entirely true. So like I mentioned, I've been going to conventions for 20 odd years. And firstly, I've never seen, I don't know, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, fan convention people in the UK, but I don't know anyone who runs any at scale or like these kind of show specific weekend conventions who's a woman. It's all run by dudes.
Interesting.
And not to disparage other organizers, but when I was sat at Republic of Pirates, I was just, it's one of those things that you do when you're me. It might be the producer side of me, but it also might just be me. I was sat there thinking of all the things. I was like,
I could have done this better.
This is how I do it. Yeah. And thinking about, the fact that most of the attendees were either female or LGBTQ plus, and so many of us are neurodivergent, and I was just like, there's so much that could be done better. And the organizer was very upfront that he was never going to do an Our Flag Means Death one again, and everyone was sad about that, quite rightly. And I thought, actually, I can do this, without wishing to sound incredibly arrogant. But I've done a lot of different things in my life, and quite a few of them have been really good, like training grounds for this.
Yeah, and that's a lesson to everyone. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
You can.
And it was an idea that I had, and it kind of percolated for a little bit, and then I talked to some people about it, and I was like, you know what, I could do this. I recently just had like a very small, like investable fund, very, very small. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I mean, I could put that into like a savings account, or I could start a business. Mm-hmm. And I started a business, and I don't regret it for a second, because one, it's been, it has been incredibly stressful and it's been really hard work, but it's also been amazing. Like Behind Our Flag was so much fun, and seeing everyone react to it, and also just all those like little nuggets of information that we got, like the love heart on the butt of Mersteed, like just all those kind of little gems that came out was just absolutely amazing and so gratifying. And to be able to continue and do an in-person event for a community that I adore and I've found so much kind of love in, last year doing Tiny Crew Big Raffle took over most of my year, but it was so amazing and it was so impactful. And I just kind of thought, what else in fandom can I do? And this is sort of where I ended up, because there was a gap, and I just thought, you know what, I think I can do that. And And it went from being an idea to suddenly everything being lined up and happening in the space of about 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Because my freelance job was really quiet at the time. So I had like 6 weeks to like fully speed run starting a business and setting up a convention. And then I was like, well, I've gotten this far, I might as well keep going. And now we're here.
Well, congratulations, because everyone who is going to attend, I'm sure, is going to have a great time.
I really
Everyone
hope
is
so.
stoked for this opportunity that you have provided the fandom. And again, those discount codes are for the virtual convention, the virtual event. You can use all capital letters OFMFF to get 15% off. And then you can if you want to pre-order autographs, you can use the code OFMFF2. Also, case gets sensitive. And anything else before we let you on your way? Anything you want to mention or shout out or hype?
Yeah, there's a couple of things actually. I'll try and keep it brief. So the first thing I really want to shout out is the talent show that we're having. It's more of a drag variety show, but in keeping with the theme of the show, I called it We're Having a Talent Show. And that's being run by the amazing team at Two Acts of Drag Please. And that collaboration started. They announced that they were doing a show in August, and I sponsored them to help pay for the venue. And when I said I was thinking about putting on a talent show, they came back and were like, we can help. Would you like us to help? And I was like, yes, that would be amazing. And I had a sneak peek at the lineup today, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So I'm really excited about that. I'm also really excited that Gypsy has agreed to do a kind of bonus judging of our cosplay contest.
Oh, amazing.
So on Saturday, the kind of last official activity with the guests will be they will kind of judge the cosplay contest. And I had a kind of like, I was like, oh man, it would be amazing if Gypsy was a judge. And then I did the mental maths and I was like, it's 3 a.m. in Australia. She's not going to do that. And so I spoke to her and I said, well, how about, your panel's on Sunday. How about I send you the footage from the cosplay contest and then you pick like an extra winner that's Gypsy's pick. So she's going to do that for us and that will be announced during her panel. So I'm really excited, that she gets to still see all the cosplay, but also that someone gets to be picked out as her number one favorite.
I hope someone cosplays as Gypsy.
That would be amazing. Anyone who listened or who watched her panel for Behind Our Flag, and if you look really closely at the convention art that I released today, the brief that I gave our lovely artist Nina, who definitely deserved a shout out, the brief, I was like, I sent her the clip of Gypsy talking about what her costume would be if she had been in Our Flag Means Death, and I was like, this is the brief for what Gypsy is wearing. So if you look closely on that art, you will see that Gypsy is wearing an opera coat made of rats.
Oh, very cute, very cute. My gosh. So. Thank you again for putting this together, giving everyone the opportunity to have this amazing experience. And give a shout out to your website one more time.
Yes, it is www.siren-events.co.uk. And just for anyone who is thinking about the virtual ticket, just to flag up that it will be available for view on demand if you can't watch live. If you can watch live, you'll be able to submit questions via either our Discord or on Blue Sky. And that way you can still be involved. I'm hoping there'll be a little bit of a watch party going on in the Discord server for everyone who's tuning in live. But making it accessible to everyone who couldn't come in person was really important to me, especially after having done Behind Our Flag. And so it's really like, that was one of my key things from the beginning, was that everyone who wanted to be able to watch would be able to watch regardless of if they could come in person or not. So
that's really great. Really great. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me.
And we will let you go, and we'll get into fandom news, everyone. But Amy is on social media all the time, so you can always feel free to reach out to her with questions about the new Uticon. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens that weekend.
Amazing. All right. Well, thank you guys for having me, and enjoy the rest of Gay Pirate News Hour.
Yes.
Yay! Thank you, Amy.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank
Okay, see you in a couple
you.
of weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah,
Fandom
see you
news.
soon.
So, news just in.
Let's get into fandom news. Chloe's Kudo board to Ketchup Entertainment was opened by one of the execs. So anyone who's been following Chloe that's woke and gay on Blue Sky Chloe's been doing these Kudo boards that are going to either Ketchup Entertainment, which is the company that has saved a number of things, and they opened their Our Flag Means Death Kudo board, which is all the fans saying, buy our show. And there's going to be a merger potentially between Paramount and, I should have written this down, Sky something.
What popped in my head was Sky Rizzy, which is a medication commercial I see a lot. It's not that one.
I see it all the time too.
Do you mean like British Sky? Sky?
No.
It's something.
Okay, never mind. I
It's
will.
I
mean,
mean,
no,
like a
no,
merger.
It's
I
something.
should have paid attention, but I didn't. I'm just winging it here. And Chloe's Kudo board is like buy, pick up Our Flag Means Death, and it's like hundreds of people saying we love you, we love Our Flag Means Death. So Chloe sent that to Paramount people, and majority of Warner Brothers Discovery shareholders also yesterday or recently voted against the $52 million pay package for Chief Executive David Zaslav. What does this mean? Not much, because the Warner Brothers board has the final say, but the shareholders aren't happy with him either. And the Save Our Flag Means Death petition is featured in the Pride Month section on change.org this month. And you can sign in and sign the petition at a link that I'm going to put on the screen, because I can do that. Belle said Skydance Media. Belle, you can say the word. You don't have to put it in the comments.
Sure. I don't know why
Yeah.
I'm putting it in the comments. It took me a second to look it up, so I didn't want to go. You all had moved on. I didn't just want to shout out Skydance Media.
I mean, how is that different from your normal communication style?
Fair enough.
How is
Fair
that
enough.
different from everyone's pets on this show constantly chiming in with their own
Announcing their
opinions?
presence.
And it's not the first time I've been called a group's pet, so it's good.
MovieWeb has come out and said that 4 in top shows destined to be that Our Flag Means Death is number 4 in the top shows destined to become cult classics. Belle, you put that down, so what does that mean?
Well, I just think that everybody can recognize, not just us, that it's an amazing show and it's going to live forever, no matter what.
Yep, definitely. And now let's get into our cast and crew news today. I'm gonna play.
Sake.
And that is for David Jenkins. I'm just putting that in to piss Ringa off. David
And us.
Very good. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
David said that one goal of the season 2 writer's room was to make Rhys as sexy as possible without breaking character. And I keep on wanting to say tweet. He skeeted this in response to a Rhys interview where Rhys said he's a comedy guy, not a sex symbol. And I mean, it's very clear that season 2, he definitely is a sex symbol. Season 1, for me, he's a sex symbol for a certain type of queer person who's like, I love a fancy man and lace and silk and little stockings with little ribbons and little curls in his hair. But I think season 2, how would you describe Rhys in season 2?
Bit.
Yeah, he went into his hot girl era for sure on the second season. The chest showing, the leather trousers. Whew. And I'll give credit to somebody in the Discord about this, but say, why can't a person be a comedic image and a sex symbol?
Why
Comedic
not
sex symbol.
both?
That
Why
should
not
be
and
his
don't, like,
brand.
Isn't the whole thing of like, oh, if you can make me laugh, then like, my pants are coming off. Like, isn't that kind of the whole thing?
That's
So,
true. That's true.
Well, and I'd have to argue with Rhys here. I mean, David did an excellent job of making him very sexy in season 2 for sure. But people have been sexualizing Rhys Darby since well before our flag. So I don't know where he's been. But yeah, he's been people's number one for a while.
And Charlie, you saw Rhys in person. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I saw him do his first show in the UK to kick
And
off
was that last
last
week, 2 weeks
Friday.
ago?
Yeah, it was last Friday, the 30th of May, in Nottingham. And okay, so I love Rhys Darby. I was a bit don't hate me about his comedy because I thought it was all very much like I'd just seen lots of clips of him doing like dances and just very physical sort of stuff. And physical comedy in the UK, a lot of the UK comedians that do that are shit. So I was like, I'll take Jasper, and he was absolutely hilarious. He was so funny. And like Jasper was roaring with laughter. So I thought, well, that's one box ticked. And he was just like, I don't want to give anything away, but I'm sure everybody knows because he posts on Instagram. He plays this character beforehand called like Bill Napier, where he's like a ranger.
Yes.
And he came out and he was like, some people sexualize Rhys. And I was like, yep, that's me. I'm here. I'm sexualizing him. And he looked incredible as well. I mean, he was absolutely sweating. And he messed up a lot of times, but he was like, I'm very jet lagged. And it made it like more human. It made it funnier because he was just like, I'm not neurodivergent. And then just kept forgetting everything and then just pointing at things on the floor like, oh, a piece of paper. So he was really funny. He was like, there's a hole in this stage. I'm going to put something in it. And it's just like, oh my God. But he was very funny and it was definitely worth it. So if you're in the UK and you're thinking of, should I go? And there's tickets left, go. You won't regret it. Even if you're not a massive fan of him, he's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, he definitely is a next level in person. You enjoy his online videos. Lovely, funny. You enjoy his work on screen. But when you see him in person, there's an entirely different energy and chaos that just is next level. So, yeah.
So, Carly, are you going to take me next time he's in LA performing?
Sure. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. I'm just saying it here on record so that you can go back on it.
Okay.
Yes. We're all going up to Portland. Are we not all going up to Portland to see him?
Wait, when are we doing that?
When
I think it's in the fall. I think it's in the fall. He's going to be performing at Portland. Am I crazy?
I'm not going.
We'll look
too
it
far
up.
for me.
We'll look it up.
Fair enough. Well, I wasn't even invited, so.
Okay, I'll look it up and we'll make a date. It'll be great.
Yeah, Portland's hard for me. I have pets and I'm not rich, but that sounds fun. Yeah.
We'll ride the horse to there.
But I don't even know where Portland is, so
it's pretty far north of us.
Yeah, it's in
closer to where Twilight is set.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I know where that is.
Good reference.
Also, Hoff-roading with David Hasselhoff and Rhys Darby will be airing the second half of 2025. And we saw there's a trailer now for Hoff Eroding. And I'm going to go ahead and put the link there up on screen that you guys can maybe click on or copy paste. I don't know. But it looks absolutely delightful. What were your guys' thoughts of Hoff Roading with David Hasselhoff and Rhys Darby going on adventures?
Well, I guess I'll watch Rhys Darby do anything. And I wish I could be a fly on the wall because I have not heard the best things about Hasselhoff and the way that he is, and I wonder how that went, in terms of, chemistry between those two. But again, I'll watch Rhys do pretty much anything. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I wonder how that came together. I wonder if they know each other. I wonder if whose idea was that, who pitched that. It's a crazy pairing.
Yeah,
it's such a weird pairing. I'm somebody that didn't even know that it was like, it had been filmed or whatever until after. So I just saw the trailer and I was like, what? Excuse me? Who? Like, why?
But they go on adventures, and there's a cute shot of Rhys on a horse, and his little legs are just in very short stirrups, and I just want to lengthen those stirrups because I feel for his knees. You guys, when you ride a horse, don't have super short stirrups because your knees, it's bad. It's bad on your knees. It's bad on your back too, because then you can't sit with good posture. Anyway, I digress.
I do love that that's what you saw. You're like, those stirrups. And I guarantee me and Beau would just look at him going, yeah, he looks nice.
You ride that horse, VC. You ride that horse.
Yeah.
It's just, I feel for his knees, and I want to, make sure that
I too worry about his knees, Carly. It's okay.
They aren't
I'm gonna get out the spray bottle.
Uncomfortable. And there's also a lot of sheep, which we love. We're a big sheep fan.
Oh, see, Ringa just said they were in a movie together. Well, that makes a lot more sense than how we got here.
What movie?
What movie were they in together, Ringa?
Where are the comments?
I can put them on screen. Like, I don't know if you guys can see them, but
yes, I had to search.
Also,
I can't.
You can buy Rhys merch at the website that I'm sure his wife set up for him. Big Cartel, awesomenesscomedy.bigcartel.com. And there's t-shirts, there's tote bags, there's DVDs. He's already rich. He doesn't need more money, but sure, give him more money. No, I don't know. Who am I to comment on someone's financial things? You guys, we love him. He should be give him all the money. Give him all your money. Buy his merch. Okay. And Rhys is also on Love, Death, and Robots, which is on Netflix. I still need to see that. It looks delightful. He's got a priest thingy, the little collar with the square. Lovely. There's an alien. They're on a beach. Who has seen it? Yay!
I've seen it.
Charlie, tell us only the positive things.
Well, it's not delightful. It's quite harrowing.
Harrowing.
Yeah, he's got a dog collar on, so that's and he looks very nice. And yeah, I don't want to ruin it because it's only like 10 minutes long. But it's harrowing, and it's like, oh, it's exactly what he's into as well, like robots and AI and everything taken over. But yeah, I don't want to ruin it. But go watch it.
Does it give us a taste of his dramatic acting, or is he like purely comic?
No, he's not really. Well, he's not really a comic in it. Really, he's just like, yeah, it's quite sad. He's quite sad in it, I find.
Oh gosh. Oh good.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's just my opinion.
A different
You're
direction.
ruining the Priest King situation. I can't be sad Rhys as a priest. That's not right.
I know, bless.
You're supposed to be a sexy priest, not a sad priest.
Not a sad priest.
Not a sad priest.
I don't want this.
Okay, Ringa is telling us that the movie is it the project that Rhys was in with David Hasselhoff is called Killing Hasselhoff,
Sure.
and you see Rhys's butt in it.
Oh, okay, putting that on the list.
But Rosie says it's not Rhys's butt.
A
Oh,
stunt
what's
butt.
the point?
That's
So-
what I've said.
People, let us know if you've seen that, if you're familiar with that work, that project, because
If you do or do not think it's Rhys's real butt.
yeah. And Rhys is also on a YouTube channel called Aussie Man Reviews, and they get drinks together and chit chat. And Rhys does lots of laughing as little dimples are showing. So that link is on the screen as well. You can check that out.
Yes, there's a couple of very cute things. Like he talks about Australia, saying that he has to pay attention to it and like something like make sure you take care of all of it or something like that. There's some good lines. There's some good things that come out of that one.
And Belle, you have a roundup of all of Rhys's interviews. Let's hear it.
Yes, Queen!
Thank you for doing
Yes.
that.
Oh, sure. So first of all, you did miss one, unless I passed out for a minute. The Cryptid Factor, they're coming back to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, August 5th to the 10th, if you can make it. I was really thinking about going this year, but I think that'll be one step too much on the stocking situation. So maybe not. We'll see. But okay, so I picked just a few things about that. He's been doing interviews all over Australia, all over the UK, in LA. So I picked some of the more fun stuff. So Rhys agrees with us. He has nice legs. So he's with us. His karaoke song is Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. The film that makes him cry is Beaches. His favorite crisps are sour cream and onion. Those are also my favorite crisps, and one of the things I miss the most now that I no longer eat dairy. Who should play him in a film about his life? It's Hugh Jackman. That's what he's decided.
Oh, he used
So
to say
Hugh-
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, he's changed his mind apparently.
Yeah,
I think he's gotten buffer, so he needs a Hugh now. Yeah, I think he's most proud of. He said his acting, his dramatic acting in Our Flag. Oh baby. Let's see. He favorite actor and actress. He said Roger Moore and Dame Emma Thompson. So good taste in actresses. His favorite musician, Animal. His favorite food or drink or intoxicant or stimulant, anything tropical. So that's good. His favorite item of clothing, skinny jeans. We all knew that.
Again,
Thank
the
you,
legs.
Macy.
The legs.
The legs. Yeah. He was asked what his most desirable date would be. He replied 21st of March.
Which is his birthday.
Good job. Good job. Good job, Macy.
Yeah, right on that Pisces Aries cusp.
And, right.
Yeah.
He was born on the equinox, which is very,
right.
as someone who
That's
is an
right.
equinox person as well. I just think we're special.
His biggest disappointment was hoverboards. I think we all know that by now. His
Mhm.
biggest ambition is to be in a James Bond movie. Also, that one's showing. Let's hope that he has manifested that. His favorite period in history, Victorian London, because of the fashion and the struggles. But we all know he likes a nice costume.
Nice tailoring.
Yeah, he gives some grooming tips. He said, do not overwash your hair. So if you want to see why his hair is so wonderful, don't overwash your hair. Let it get greasy. Let it do its thing. When you dye it, use good hair dye. Don't use the cheap stuff. And he did acknowledge that he also thinks that silver foxes are hot. So hopefully one day he'll go gray and he'll let us enjoy him. He also gave a roundup of his morning or his day, which is hilarious. So he wakes up at 7:30 a.m. He likes to do word games in the morning to wake up his brain. He drinks an insane amount of coffee. At least I think that's an insane amount of coffee. He said 3 cups. That would kill me. I would just fall down dead.
Yeah.
He only likes to eat twice a day. Maybe that's why he drinks so much coffee.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I could not. I'm like
I
eat 10 times a day type of person.
I eat all day too, so I would die within 20 minutes. I'd be like, well, I'm starving now, and I no longer have the will to live. He does cardio and he does bicep curls. That's how he exercises. So that's why the guns are the way they are, if anybody's wondering. And then he goes to bed by 10:30. He likes to squirt lavender on himself to go to sleep. So very steed coded.
I mean, lavender, it does help. It does help.
It does. It's a very soothing scent. And he said something in the middle of one of his interviews that makes me think that he might have. Oh no, actually, he did it in a blog. It makes me think he might have gotten high in Birmingham, because he just randomly started talking about how he doesn't enjoy being high out of nowhere. So I was like, did he like have a bad experience, and that's what's reminded him that he doesn't like to get high? So he may or may not have gotten high in Birmingham. And that is his roundup of all the random.
Which Birmingham? America
Your
Birmingham,
Birmingham.
or
No,
my
your
Birmingham? Oh, it's
Hopefully
very
he was
easy to
nowhere-
get high in my Birmingham.
So that could have been it.
And
That
I
could have
feel
been
like
it.
from my memory, like not a place you necessarily want to hang out. Not like a super
No.
fun place.
No, Jasper used to live in Birmingham, so
I mean, no offense to Birmingham, like you're great, but you know.
Well,
Yeah,
but
no.
still,
It's a bit
that's still better
industrial,
than
no?
the Birmingham I know. The Birmingham I know is Birmingham, Alabama. Nobody
that's
wants to be
worse.
there. That is
Well,
worse
okay.
by like miles.
Yeah.
So, and
Tell me to do
that's
something
me
weird.
my Rhys roundup.
Do you want to do something weird?
We're going to do something weird, and we're going to cover Taika news. Yay. So Taika is shitposting briefly on Instagram. He posted, he has honey, he has bees, and they make honey, and he posted jars of his honey, and yay for that. He also posted a photo of his leg with glasses on it in such a way where the trouser fold looked like a mouth. This is the Taika that we know and love. He was on Conan Must Go, doing the world's biggest haka in New Zealand. Taika was the executive producer on We Were Dangerous, which is a movie about rebellious girls who are sent to a remote island institution where they form unbreakable bonds in defiance of their strict matron. But as cruel punishments escalate, their friendship is tested, forcing them to choose between resistance and survival. And you can go to the Miami Film Festival. Actually, it already passed on June 5th. That happened. So don't
so
do
you
that.
can't go to.
But you could
You
have
can't.
gone.
But don't go.
Yeah.
Maybe you were at.
Maybe you
And
were
you can still
at.
go, but it won't be there.
You go to Miami, I guess.
Yeah.
If you were in Miami and you saw it, tell us how it was. Drop us a comment. And we got a glimpse of what it's like to work with him from Oscar Knightley, who says Taika loves to try stuff, but that doesn't mean you're working hard, because he's trying stuff for a reason. He has a really cool way to approach it. Sometimes we took like 4 hours to make one scene in many different ways, trying to make it as perfect as possible. It's fun, but it's a lot of hard work too, but it was an awesome moment. You just always hope that the audience catches the scene and likes it and feels the chemistry between the characters. Awesome. And I was going to have Belle comment on that, but she just disappeared. BuzzFeed has chosen Taika as the 43rd of the 54 actors whose beauty surprised audiences. Surprised? There's
That's
nothing.
silly. That's a silly thing to say. Get out of here.
There's
nothing.
nothing.
Nothing surprising about that at all, not one bit. When David said, he's trying to make Rhys sexy, and we were like, no, he was already sexy, and everybody knew it. It's the same thing with this. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't realize Taika was sexy until you saw Ben Affleck instead?
Have you seen his profile? His giant puppy eyes.
Have you seen a human before?
Yes.
More rumors about the Akira movie are happening. Belle, can you comment on that?
So it's one of those kind of like with this Star Wars movie where just new rumors come out every day. So he's doing it, he's not doing it. Jenna Ortega's in it, maybe. I think she definitely is. And then the last rumor was Leonardo DiCaprio might be involved in some way. So is it happening? Is it not happening? What's happening?
This is the first I'm hearing about this. Are we talking Akira from the anime? And
this is so you are me like a month ago, and I was like, the scariest anime ever made. Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, because I'm you know, if you know me, I'm an anime girl. Like that's where I started. That's where my roots are. So I was like, oh yeah. So exactly like you. Like this is new to me, so I'm here for that because it is terrifying.
I have never gotten over my fear. Well, I don't know because I'm honestly a little scared, and I'll have to see it out of loyalty. And then what? Have nightmares for 3 months? I don't know. We'll see.
We'll watch it first, Andrea, and give you all the warnings. Maybe we'll go and cover the the eyes and the
Okay. All right, good. Okay, okay, I'm on board then.
And Taika also made an appearance on Chris Hemsworth's Thor tribute. Say that. You laugh, but say Thor tribute. Thor tribute.
Oh no, God!
Thor tribute.
Thor tributes.
Thor tributes two teams to triumph. I'm trying to
What's
make it
happening right now.
Let's continue. So Val, comment about that.
I think we're all having a stroke.
So yeah. So Krim, and I'm saying Krim instead of Chris Hemsworth, released a little 5-minute how amazing Thor was, with all these people talking about how incredible he was as Thor. Some people thought that meant that he's retiring the character. Some people said no, he's actually getting ready to announce a new movie. Lots of stuff. But if you want to see Taika's face, Taika is in it for about 40 seconds. And it seems to be a new clip that nobody else has seen. And trust me, if anybody would have seen it, the Discord would have gone, oh yeah, this one was from blank. And we were all like, nope. Never seen it before. So it's brand new footage.
And he shared clips from Rita's new video, Heat. Who wants to describe that?
Not me.
This was going to kill me because I haven't seen it. But it released, I want to say 2 days ago. And yeah, so he's been, as a supportive husband that he is, he's been posting little teasers and bits of the clips. So go listen to Rita's new music.
It's very.
I have an update on Miami.
Okay.
From the Taika Discord, because again, if there's something about Taika, somebody in there knows. So Sana just let us know that We Were Dangerous should be available digitally already in the US. So you do not have to have a time machine and go to Miami. Yes, 2 days ago. We should be able to watch it digitally. So watch it.
On the Miami Film Festival website? Or just wherever? You can
just Google it.
Google the movie. You can watch it somewhere, guys.
Yes.
Okay. And Taika signed posters of Jojo Rabbit. And there was an auction, and don't worry, fans of Taika got it, and it's going to a good home. Belle, do you know something about that?
Yes, somebody in the fandom got it. I cannot disclose. It was not me. I'll disclose it that much. But it was not me because I already hopefully will be getting some of his clothing in the mail soon. But
Excuse me?
It's going to a good home.
You don't know. You don't know that Belle has Taika's underwear.
You don't know about Belle putting their face in any crotches, any crotched clothing that you could find, and just shoving your face in there. I know about that.
I should expect. I should just know by now.
Go back and listen to some episodes, and I believe this was the buttons episode where you're going to hear me describe my.
No, Belle, tell everyone briefly. You and some fans got together
Yes, we got together and they were doing an auction of the
Time Bandits.
Time Bandits stuff. We decided to go for it and pool our money and bet on it. Unfortunately, you had to pick it up from Aotearoa. Very difficult, and it just so happened that I was going to be there, so I picked it up. It was very arduous. Everybody that was involved in it put blood, sweat, and tears. I literally
you got like hundreds of items of clothing.
Hundreds of items with a million bobby pin or safety pins, which then pricked me like a gazillion times. And it was I spent like 4 hours sorting out clothing. Some of it was from the stunt people, some of it was unused, but some of it was Taika's. And basically there was pants, there was undershirts, all kinds of things. There were his actual trousers, which I put on so I can say I've been inside Taika's trousers. And and yeah, I just rubbed my face over everything that said Taika.
Okay. You gotta get your scent up on that, aren't you? Yeah, you were scenting it.
Exactly. So for our lovely friend who's trying to clone Taika from any remnants of DNA, you may get some of me in there because it was no hinges.
Oh, great! So then the clone's gonna come out like a mishmash.
That's right. Maybe what our babies would have looked like.
Is that how clones
I can't believe I didn't know this.
So yeah. But it's been an arduous journey. I think all of us were like, never again.
Oh, that just makes me sad that there wasn't any of Con's Sheriff of Nottingham outfit.
Yeah.
Then I could have just had it and just been the Sheriff of Nottingham.
The only thing they had was like his saddle or something. And I was like, oh yeah, I can't ship that. I can't, So.
Oh wow, his saddle. Wow.
Right.
He's probably kept those clothes, stolen them.
He may have.
Yeah.
And we suspect Taika stole some of his as well, but
yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of,
What the fuck?
Con did another momentous event. Izzy Bears All on May 31st. Fans wrote in to ask questions, and our own Ringa-san moderated. Ringa, say something in the comments about that shenanigans. I'm posting a link to the YouTube video, and you can all head over there and watch it. But it was a good time had by all.
It was.
And in the comments of that momentous event, little old me said this was the best one by far. New lore from this event included. Ringa, you should just come on and say what the lore is. Ringa says it was.
Yeah, I think Ringa is literally like at a booth.
At a convention.
Okay.
It would be
at a thing.
horrible. Yeah. Horrible sound.
Okay, so Ringa said that Ed and Izzy fucked like rabbits.
That's what Con said.
Yeah. Cons wore those little black panties under Izzy's kit all the time. The little black panties. What?
The thing he's wearing when Ed cuts off his toe, which I know, it always makes me go, yes, I know his toe is being cut off, but all I can see is him. And he's just wearing these tiny little pants, like itty bitty black ones. And yeah. Whew.
Wow. I guess I've never see this is me. I'm like the wrong demographic here I'm like, what? I didn't even notice that he was wearing underwear in that scene. Con originally auditioned for Buttons.
That was a surprise, wasn't it?
Yes.
And
very,
Belle
very
made a realization last week in real time about this. Belle, what did you say?
It took me a second to realize. It took me a second until we were recording when I went, oh my God, we could have had Con moonbathing naked. That could have been a thing. And yeah, my brain just went poof.
That is very, I felt like that as well. But then I was like, I wouldn't want Con with the Buttons hair. I don't know. That would have, well, it wouldn't have ruined it for me, but it would have been like, it would have been a difficult.
I doubt it would have done something like that, but
well, it would have been a different aesthetic. Like That's a different aesthetic.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think though there's a lot of fan fiction opportunity for Izzy moonbathing.
Yeah.
It,
Yep.
can we still make that happen? I think we can in fan fiction land. And Izzy would have hooked up with Jim, Wee John, Calico Jack, but not Lucius. Wow.
Sorry to the Sprizzy shippers.
Yeah, which is
It's
me.
okay.
So
He said the opposite.
Sorry to Charlie.
He said the opposite thing last
Yeah.
time. He said the opposite thing last time. That's okay.
no, he
Hey,
just
man,
changes his
He
mind.
forgets what he said. Yeah, he
And
changes his mind.
I just love that Ringo was like trying their best to get him to say Stizzy was real. Ringo was like, why not? Why not Steed and Izzy? Con was having none of it.
Yes, it was
but-
really great. Ringa, you were fantastic. You were like, I am not letting this go. Great work.
Have we done a Sprizzy episode? But not Sprizzy episode. Sprizzy. Have we done a Sprizzy episode? We
should
did.
have.
Okay.
I would
You've been at this
we
a
can
while.
happily
There's been
to
quite a few.
part two.
Okay. And Izzy would not serve under Captain Frenchie and would never call Steed Captain. Reactions. Is there like a
Sure.
a little
Sure.
Yeah, well, he calls Steed Captain in plenty of fan fiction, so that's all I need.
And Ed's cruelty to the crew is what made Izzy realize he'd gone too far, which I think we all understood, right? And he also shared various headcanons and personal con info. And the last momentous event, Izzy Into Me,
Izzy
is
Into
back
Me.
on YouTube, but it's heavily censored. So Ringa says, watch the pirated version. And he's in the upcoming Netflix crime drama Legends. Legends is about a customs agent going undercover to infiltrate Britain's most dangerous drug gangs, following a thrilling criminal investigation based on extensive research and interviews with those involved in the top secret operation. So yay, Cons the Men is being offered to festivals, and he promises fans will get to see it someday. Charlie, you've seen it. Commentary on the Men.
I have. I've always said that it's very, very heartbreaking, but I feel like everybody needs to watch it. You know, it's very eye-opening. It's like, it's a fantastic work of art. And he's very proud of it, and he should be. And I want everybody to see it, and I'm sure everybody will, because he's determined to get it out there. So it's going to happen. Just wait a little bit longer. And I'm sorry if I rub it all in your faces, but I've seen it.
Khan's favorite shark, as asked by Belle, it's Bruce from Jaws. Those are two sentences. I have no idea what they mean.
Okay, Carly, oh my God.
I wanted to know, because I know Con's a very big fan of sharks, period. I wanted to know which one his favorite type of shark was.
The plastic shark is Bruce, the one that lives at Universal. That's Bruce. He's your neighbor.
Oh, wow.
Bruce. Yeah.
It's
also the name. He's also the name of the shark in Finding Nemo. So lots of Bruces that are
who is named, but he is named Bruce in Finding Nemo because he's named after Bruce from Jaws.
Yes, absolutely. But it was very cute that he couldn't think of great white shark. He just went Bruce. So it was very
so great like whites, but a very specific one that is plastic. And also Carly is your neighbor because he does live at Universal Studios.
I know. Gosh, that shows you how often I go to Universal Studios. Like I've probably gone once in the last 10 years.
You can like almost see it. Oh, it's fine.
I can see it. I look at it every day from when I ride my horse in Griffith Park. I can see it over there, that hill. I see their fireworks every single night.
Well, next time when you're doing that, wave at Bruce the shark. He's there.
Khan feels very meh about tiramisu. This has broken Charlie's heart. And wow, that's such a weird thing to say about tiramisu. Andrea
He
introduced me to some really good tiramisu at Whole
Oh,
Foods.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's so nice. I love how you pronounce it because we just say tiramisu. So
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
how we say
probably
it too. Carly's doing her own thing.
Oh, you yeah. I didn't know if this was an American thing. I was like, I don't know.
No.
Don't know. No. So yeah, anyone who knows me knows I have very bizarre conversations with him. And it always circles back to like shark films, or puddings. And everything I like, he hates, and everything he likes, I think is okay. Because I love pretty much every pudding. But he was like, yeah, I don't really like tiramisu, and then he was like, oh, I don't really like pistachio, I don't like nuts in my puddings. And then I was like, oh, I don't like nuts in your puddings, but
What kind of dessert does he like then for future?
Cheesecake.
Yeah, cheesecake, treacle tart or something with custard. He likes vanilla. He likes vanilla things quite a lot. So I don't know, but everything I like, he just is like, no.
See? He likes
Yeah.
vanilla things.
Now let's
Just
go
Yeah.
into Samba
He's like, it's
news.
shit. Yeah, that's a good way to go into it.
Samba had a baking class on May 10th. Andrea, tell us about that. You were there.
I was there. I was baking along. I messed up my key lime pie for a variety of reasons, but I ate it anyway. No hot goss, nothing new, no new information we hadn't heard, but it's always lovely to see Samba. It's lovely to bake alongside him. He's an excellent pastry chef. And I hope he does more because I need so much help.
And that wasn't really your last interaction with Samba, because
Correct.
afterwards we hung out with Samba for a little bit.
And then I told him like, oh, I just did your key lime class and I made my own condensed milk. And he was like, you're a monster.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. So for those of you who haven't seen episode 70, where we went around with Chloe and we met up with members of the cast and members of a crew member and hung out with them actually at places and talked to them for a bit. And Samba was among the cast members that we hung out with. And it was very delightful. And he shared what he would like to see his character do in fan fiction, which included opening a cafe and inventing bagels, and it would be called 6 Legs and a Mug.
Of course it would be.
Let's get into Christian Narn news. Christian is currently in Nottingham as we speak at the M convention. Charlie, tell us anything about that.
So MCon is the East Midlands convention. It's been running for a good 10-ish years now. It only happens the 7th and 8th of June, and Christian's one of the guests. I couldn't go, unfortunately, because I'm working 2 long days today and tomorrow. And I looked on their Instagram to see if they had anything about him, but there's nothing on the MCon. So I'm assuming he's just in Nottingham, just living his best life. He's so close yet so far. Yeah, and I bet he's meeting fans and just being badass. So yeah, if you're in Nottingham and you want to do something tomorrow, do that.
Yeah, you're near there. Why are you not there? Why are you not hanging out on street corners waiting for Christian Narn to come by?
Because Carly, I think that'd get perceived very wrong around this area. We're quite well known for prostitution.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, okay, you can run into Christian and maybe you can pick up some little extra money.
Yeah, we can
that weekend.
We can be ladies of the night. Both
well,
me and Christian.
You can channel your inner steed man for sale. Just reenact that and wait and see what happens.
See if somebody takes you up on that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into Nathan Fode news. Nathan did a really hilarious video, and I'm posting a link to it on the stream, where he announced that he had been named Pope, and he was just really shocked and confused, and it's a great video. It's hilarious. And he also released Triplets Baby, which is a video.
It's so British. It's so
How
so
describe it?
British.
Yeah,
Well,
super
Charlie, as a
British.
British person, can you comment on this?
Yeah, it's it's chaotic. It's like taking the piss out of yourselves to like the max level. He is just 100%. It's like it's that very classic British, like, look at me doing all these things that are stereotyped of me, but then it's also like, what other shit can we add into it that's just, yeah, I definitely go watch it if you haven't seen it, because it's just me just
amazing.
going, what? It is so funny.
Yeah, it is. It's incredible.
It's definitely one that you are having a get together at your house and everyone's had a drink or two. You're like, let's watch Triplets Baby. Yeah.
It's a good description. It's a good description.
Nathan.
Yeah, I just watched it like in the middle of the day while I was working, and I was like, huh.
Yeah. Not the right aesthetic.
But I loved it. I mean, listen, he can do no wrong. It was amazing. It was perfect, but it was a little strange for that exact time period.
Nathan is in Death Valley, out now on BBC iPlayer. Who does anyone here know anything about Death Valley? Oh, we suck.
I have a feeling.
Go ahead.
I said I have a feeling you thought maybe I would know because it's BBC.
Yeah, I did. I was looking directly at you, Charlie.
Let's hope the British person knows what it is.
I have tried to scam my way into being able to watch BBC iPlayer. I've tried to do VPN. I've tried to do all kinds of things, and I've not been allowed. So I have tried and failed.
According to the BBC website, it is a retired actor, a disarming young detective. They make the perfect crime-fighting duo. If only they could get along. So.
Okay.
Oh, it's got Timothy Spall in it as well. He's very good. So.
Ooh, very nice.
Okay, you guys, people in the UK, tell us what this is and if you enjoyed it. Charlie is useless as
I'm a bad British person. I'm a bad British.
Vico Ortiz news. Vico went to see Jess Tom's show and they did a little selfie together. So actors, sporting writers, all very wholesome. Vico has another drag show as part of the Hollywood Fringe starting on June 12th. And I'm hopefully going to that one and hopefully going to another one on June 18th with Andrea. So it'll be a good time. David Fane is in the Naked Samoans show, which was protested because they used Last Supper imagery.
Crazy.
Yay!
Yeah.
Way to go, Naked Samoans. Piss off the fucking Karens and their idiocy.
Okay. Samson news. Samson is finally wearing the Crocs Vico got him in season 1. And also you can see him in the F1 trailer, which Belle did and made a scene.
Yes, made a scene in the middle of a movie theater because he came in for about maybe a second. You could just, it was a flash of him. And I just screamed at the top of my lungs and went, Samson! And like, everybody was like, what the hell that was about. Exactly.
What film was you going to see?
Oh.
It wasn't
it might have been
Lilo and Stitch.
It was not Lilo and Stitch.
Because I wasn't going to say Brighton for Children.
Because that would be hilarious. It might have been Sinners. But
I was going to say, wasn't it Sinners that happened to you?
I think so.
And again,
it might have been Sinners.
Screaming in a theater in Texas, scary choice. I'm glad you're okay.
This was an innocent neighborhood for me. Like, it's good.
Joel Fry news. Joel will be playing Nicole Walker's husband, Daniel, in the new Disney Plus series, Alice and Steve. Steve is played by Jermaine Clement, and Alice's daughter is named Izzy. Wow.
Cute.
Yeah. So that was really interesting. Apparently, Yeah, apparently the way it goes is that Alice and Steve, that's the working title of the show, they're best friends, and then Steve starts dating Alice's like 21-year-old daughter. And so it should be an interesting one. And then yeah, Joel is playing Alice's husband. So lots of interconnections there.
Wow. Wow. I wonder what the Joel Jermaine dynamic is.
Yeah, I'm curious too. For those of you who are just listening,
that.
the finger gesturing that was going on from Carly, not from me, interestingly enough, from Carly was absolutely hysterical.
Anna Pella has been sharing promo shots of her work in Tina, which is doing well.
Tina.
Yeah, doing well in theaters. Tina is heading to the Seattle International Film Festival. Actually, it was already there May 18th and 19th, and a whole bunch of people were there and enjoyed it. Madeline Sammy news. Madeline Sammy and Damien Gerard had birthdays. And
Yay, happy
Yay.
birthday.
Geminis. Yay. And now we are getting into Ringa's Fandom News Corner. Oh, hold on. I need the thing. Let's do it. We'll get into Ringa's Fandom News Corner.
And now for Ringa's Fandom News Corner. God help us all.
Oh, I love it.
And
why is there clown music in the background?
I don't know. I think that's just what
Con's voice is even more triggering now. It's just, this is going to be interesting. All right, let's get to Fandom News.
Okay.
Yeah.
Donations, raffles. Adopt Our Crew is doing a fundraiser to benefit Rainbow Railroad. Each tier of donations they hit unlocks a free raffle for various items. Visit at Adopt Our Crew for links. In-person live events, June 20th to 22nd, the new Unicon in London, UK, which we covered earlier. Everyone gets discount tickets to the virtual event if you use all uppercase letters OFMFF for 15% off. And if you want discounts on autographs, that's OFMFF2, all uppercase. June 21st is Calypso's Dance Party Online. It's a virtual dance party run via Discord to all. Experience music and chat together. Entry is $5. A $5 donation to a queer charity of your choice. Info can be found at Ali Assam. That's at Ali Assam. That's ALIASSAMM. And September 11th to 14th is the Midwest Retreat for Wayward Pirates, Oak Forest, Illinois, USA. It's a pirate camp experience. Go to at Midwest Pirate Camp for details. Calls for participants. Sailing the Rainbow Sea Volume 3 charity magazine is looking for art, writing, photos, etc. for their next zine coming out digitally on June 18th. Deadline is June 17th. Info at Rainbow Sea Zine. And OFMD Big Bang author signups close June 30th. Go to at OFMD Big Bang, all one word, for details. And all these ats I'm giving you, they're all blue sky. Fandom events, the OFMD Remix event and Izzy Hands Bingo are both live for those who've signed up. View works for both events via their AO3 collections, which are collections. The first one is OFMD Remix, and then the second one is Izzy Hands Bingo 2025. I'll go ahead and put the links in the little on the screen there so you guys watching can see it. There we go. Boom. Show on screen. Nope, I posted some YouTube thing. Hold on. Links to the collections.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna hop in because I have to jump off actually right now. We went a little over, well, a lot over.
Oh, okay.
But y'all are great. Have fun. Miss ya.
Bye. We are
Bye.
almost done. Bye.
Bye.
June 1st through 7th. Today's last day is OFMD Beach Week. Art and fic about beach-related themes. Just use hashtag OFMD Beach Week. June 20th to 22nd is Mini OFMD Pride. Visit at Ramsey Baggins for bingo cards. June 22nd to 28th is Teal Oranges in Garlic Soup Week. Prompt lists and info at Garlic Soup Week. July 1st through 31st is Ismas in July. Celebrate Christmas in July with Izzy. Go to at Izzymas in July for bingo cards. And July 7th through 13th is Trans Ed Week. So get popping on that. A week for all of your creations featuring trans ed, prompts and guidelines at Trans Ed Week. And Fic Rex. Charlie, you have a Fic Rex.
Yay. Yes, I do. So it's by Murmurs in the Night, a fantastic writer. And it's called It's Only This Moment, Don't Care What Comes After. And it is a sprizzy, modern AU, which you know is my like bread and butter. They work at like Steed's and Ed's theatre production company. It's very, very good. It is like almost borderline though, like it is just Con and Nathan, not Izzy and Lucius. It feels quite, you know, real personish, but it's amazing. And there's like, I think there's 13 chapters. They've not updated it in a while, but I know they're probably very busy. But if they do want to update it and they are listening, I'm interested. I'm here for it. It's fantastic.
Excellent. And before Andrea had to go, Andrea recommended Drops of Jupiter by High_King Christie. And it's a super cute met as teens, then reconnect, set in 2002 and 2022 in coastal Maryland. Lots of music clips interspersed throughout. And again, that is Drops of Jupiter by High_King Christie. And Belle, do you have any Fic Recs?
Yes, and sorry, I just dropped into the chat, but I too am kind of encouraging my lovely, beautiful son Spec Freckle, whom I read one of their fics for the podcast. They have this series I'm obsessed with. They've posted 4 out of 7 chapters, and I'm like, seriously, I can't sleep because I want to see the next 3 chapters. It's a Stizzy with an eventual steady hands, and it is unbelievable. So please,
it's so good. It's so good.
It's so good. So please, I love you so much. Post the rest.
Yeah, me too. I want it to, please.
This has been so fun, you guys. We do this every month, but we also put out a podcast episode every week at Our Flag Means Fanfiction, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you enjoy this content and you also want to show the world that there still is an audience for Our Flag related content, be sure to give us a like and a subscribe and a rating and a review on either this YouTube channel or whatever podcast platform you are listening to us on. We are also on Instagram at Our Flag Means Fanfiction, all one word. And if you want to be on this show, if you want to be part of the show, if you have comments for us, if you have ideas that you would want us to do something with, email us at ourflagmeansfanfiction@gmail.com. And until next time, do creations, be cringe, commit crime. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.